everybody, we're back with you, and we're going to be continue on in our conversation, and the overall topic is customers, who wants them? And we talked about attitude, we've talked about what is the customer, you know, and really understanding that, the whole demographic. We've asked the question, are customers right? What I want to ask, wrong, sorry, yes, wrong. Yes.
Wrong.
I want to ask the reverse question, are customers right?
Well, I think it's the same coin. You've just flipped it over. I think sometimes they are right. I think sometimes when they come to you, they can show that you said this, this, and this, and that hasn't happened. I'm a big fan, you're probably the same, having it documented. Here's my customer agreement. These are all the things we're going to do for you. Here's a couple of bonuses. But when it's in writing, and the explanation is, there it is. And I don't mean writing that's done in 4-point print, by the way.
Oh, no, no, no.
I think that's just, as soon as I turn a page and it's got terms and conditions and, you know, I need a set of binoculars to read them, I just go, well, you've just created distrust in me. What are you hiding? And why do you need all these terms and conditions? You know, I go, can't you just what are you going to do for me? Write it on the front, one pager. That's what you're going to do. Let me agree to that.
So that's true, Michael. But what I want to do is I want to lift the businesses today to understand you are the expert. And I think sometimes when customers come into the door, because respectfully, we want their money. We want to make a profit, and I get that. You know, I certainly talk to a lot of people, and I would like more people to sign than, you know, and than don't, and you know, always that case. It's always cool. I measure who I've got, where I get them from, all those things. But I think what I want you to do is to understand is you are the expert. You have the skills. You have done the training. You've done the research. Like a friend of mine who runs a mechanical business, and there's over 300 of them in this group, and he has just won a national award and a state award. So he's beat over 300 competitors in the same industry, delivering the same product that he does. Outstanding. And so, you know, we really can be leaders in our field. We really can be the experts in our industries. And I know that when I look at coaches around in my world, there's not many of them willing to step up and own the responsibility of being a business coach and what it means to go with this and actually put content into the marketplace to be tested by others. And you know, we've been doing this almost 18 months and we've only had one negative response. And I think, you know, that's fantastic as people are listening to what we're talking about, and we really want to make it real about the world in which you and I engage. But I want you to understand you are the experts. You really do know your stuff. You've spent the time learning what it means to put bread together. You know, so you know, it's not just being a baker. I can't do it. I need a machine to help me do that, or I go down a local store and I go and get my bread. I can't do that. So I'm a client. I come into an environment. You're the expert. You know, and I'm coming to you to actually help me get the most value out of the product or service that you are operating. And I've just done that, and it was fascinating. I was in a group of 50 people, and I gave them 4 options. And I got people fitting each of those options. And I could have gone in with 1, but I went in with 4 because I thought, you know, I've got options, I've got skills and abilities, I've got resources that people can connect to. And I'm thinking, I got people who bought coaching, people who bought mastermind, people who bought my staff stuff, and people who bought my business audit. And I'm just thinking, wow. So what we don't understand is, and we don't value how good we really are and how skilled we really are and what kind of knowledge and expertise we actually can do, because we spend all our time really targeted and really focused in a maybe at a very small area. And I know in the coaching world there's lots of coaches across a broad range of skills, but I've narrowed mine specifically. One-on-one coaching in the business world is my strength and where I do most of my engagements. And I'm about to start, come I think 1st of November, my 17th year.
Yeah,
and I'm amazed and I'm loving it, but I know I put not only all those years in, but I put in training, I've read material, I've got lots of resources, all those things that go to add the value that I bring to any and every one of my customers.
I think one thing you do bring, and I think one thing that you can take away from this, is you're very clear on your skill sets. You're very clear about what you do. So when your customers come to you, they're under no illusions. They get choices because because your skill sets are multifaceted.
That's right.
But they're clear on what choices they're making, and they know what they're getting. So there's less confusion from the customers. And if a customer comes to you and they're not your customer, I know from one thing, you're not frightened to say, "You're not my
Correct.
customer."
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I don't do that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've said that to people about the things that I don't do. I can do selling, but I'm not a sales coach. I can do marketing, but I'm not a marketing coach. I understand some of those dynamics, but that is not who I am.
No.
And I can do consulting, but I'm not, I'm not spending all my time in the consulting world. And I've got a couple of colleagues that do that, and I have a relationship with them that I can either work with them or give them the opportunity to go and pick this up and run with it. And this is what I want you to understand. In your field, whatever the widget is, you are the expert, and I want you to stand in front of that mirror and own that space. But I also want you to impart that into your business, into your staff. And whatever levels you've got, or whether it's fairly flatlined and you're, the business owner, you've got a great team of people, I want you to help them understand they are also the experts. Now, here's the challenge for you in that, is you can't just say it and not deliver it. You can't just say it and not train up. You can't just say it and not really deliver the skills that are required, because customers will come in and they know more than you. And you will be found out. I can guarantee the next customer who walks in will find you out. But if you're doing those things, if you are well skilled, like my colleague in his industry winning the awards, if you are understanding, another colleague of mine who's just brought this amazing printing thingamajig that can do amazing printing. Now, I don't know how he does it, but he's the expert in that space. And my client that I was working with this morning, who has a stationery and equipment business, knows that world inside out. I don't need to know it. She is the expert. If I have a problem, I know where to go, and I know that that will be answered for me. So I want you to understand, but I also want you to upskill your team, train them, get them doing their certifications, bring in experts, do team training, help each other grow and develop in their skills, because you really will stand out in the marketplace, and people will come to you and you will be known. You separate yourself from the average.
Absolutely.
You lift yourself up and stand out, and people will find out about you because you are the expert. You know your material. You're on top of your game. You're really delivering. So the question we started was, customers, who wants them? What is the answer? Absolutely we want them, but it's the attitude, it's understanding who they are, it's knowing that they are wrong, but also knowing you're right. And if you understand those dynamics and treat them with the right values that you need to have in your business, do that and watch what will take place in and around your business as far as productivity and profitability. This is John Hardy with you once again on the Coach's Corner, where we help bring transformation into your world so you can do business better. And if you'd like to get in contact with us, in Australia it's 0413 286 774 or john@peakconsultancy.com.au or
admin@101mediagroup.com.au, and contact John, because he will help you
climb the mountain so you can see the view. Thank you so much for being with us today.